what country you're representing, so that way I can give you a proper shout out. Welcome, welcome on everybody. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So that's me. That's where I started from, where I was close to 500 pounds. I was suffering from severe depression. I had tremendous knee pains, no energy, and I tried so many different things over the years to get the weight off and keep it off. Starvation program, killing myself in the gym, keto, different things, and nothing worked until I incorporated these tools and this one key protocol. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. Atlanta, Georgia is in the house. If you're just joining in, go ahead and drop in the comments what city, what state, what country you represent. That way I can give you a good shout out. And I'm going to get started here in about 2 minutes. Vaughn, good to see you. Helen, welcome on. Samantha, welcome. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is in the house. Good to see you. Maryland is in the house. DC is in the house. Welcome on. I'm going to get started here in about 1 minute. I'm going to be talking about my transformation. Right now I'm on a 220 pound weight loss journey. I've got an additional 140 pounds to go to get to my goal weight. I'm down over 85 pounds now, so technically about 130 pounds to go. New Jersey is in the house. We've got Maryland. Good to see you. Bonnie, good to see you there, Bonnie. We got Maryland, we got DC, we've got New Jersey, we got New York, Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta, Georgia, Woodland, California, Pennsylvania is in the house. I'm going to get started here in about 30 seconds, and I'm going to be sharing with you all what I've done to now totally transform my health over the last 6 months and been maintaining it for the last 3 months now. And I'm getting ready to take things to the next level because I wanted to see, could I maintain it without having to do anything crazy? What was the method that you use to lose weight? So that's what I'm going to cover. I use 2 food-based products along with intermittent fasting. I drank close to about a gallon of water a day. Started out doing about 64 ounce. So I'm going to cover exactly what I did on here. Jackson, Tennessee, good to see you there. I'm going to get started here in about 10 seconds. But before I covered what I did, the first thing I had to do was get educated, because I thought I was just overweight because I couldn't control what I was eating. And I didn't have enough willpower. And for years, I blamed myself. You just can't push away from the table. You just can't keep the food out your mouth. And I would always self-sabotage because I always blamed myself. And what I've discovered was that it wasn't just me. Majority of people that are overweight or they're dealing with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, high blood sugar level, you kind of end up self-sabotaging yourself because the society you live in don't want to take the credit for the massive problem. So they want to put the blame on you. But what they didn't share with me, or might not have shared with you, is right now, 90% of North American adults are metabolically unhealthy. That means 9 out of 10 people are dealing with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, high blood sugar level. They got extra fat on their body. And they're all telling them the same thing. You're the problem. You need to control what you're eating. You need to push away from the table. But nobody is telling you why 90% of the population are metabolically unhealthy. I'm here to tell you. Here it is. It's because of something called insulin resistance. Now, there's a book out there called Why You're Sick. I recommend everybody read that book. Why We Are Sick. Why We Are Sick. And it talks about insulin resistance, what it is, how most people are dealing with insulin resistance, and how it is the underlying cause for most illnesses today that people are dealing with, what they call chronic illnesses. Everyone that's dealing with a chronic illness, they also have insulin resistance in their body. If you're familiar with insulin resistance, put a yes in the comment. If you're not, put a no. Because if you're not, I want to explain it real briefly, and you can go and do your own more research and go into more details. But a great book is Why We're Sick. That will really explain it. So insulin resistance is your major hormone in your body is insulin. It's one of the major hormones. And it kind of controls pretty much a lot of the things that goes on in your body. Now there's a regular rate for that, or an average rate for your insulin. Once that gets beyond your average rate, you're now insulin resistance. Now, they don't test you to see if your insulin is beyond your average rate. By the time you discover that, they're testing your glucose level, which your insulin could have been resistant for 5, 10, 20 years before it starts to spill over into your glucose to where your blood sugar level starts to go up and say, oh, you're pre-diabetic. So here are some symptoms that you can look for on yourself to see if you're dealing with insulin resistance. If you are constantly hungry, if you have and I'm going to raise my hand on the ones that I was dealing with. That was me. I was constantly hungry. If you have the inability to lose weight, this guy here, he was dealing with insulin resistance, and I had no clue. I had the inability to lose weight. If you have cravings for sugary or salty foods, you're dealing with insulin resistance. That's me. Most people that are dealing with pre-diabetic, diabetic, or thyroid issues are dealing with insulin resistance. If you have cravings for sugary or salty foods, those are signs of insulin resistance. You can look on your body, and if you have skin tags, you have that dark circle around the neck, these are signs of insulin resistance. So now, if so many people are dealing with insulin resistance, the next question is, what's causing it? What do y'all think is causing so many people to deal with insulin resistance? Thyroid, diabetes, gland. What do y'all think are causing so many people to deal with insulin resistance? I'm kind of curious here just to see. Drop it in the comments. What do y'all think? So, when I was here, I thought the food. Yep, exactly. The food. The modern day food environment that we're living in. No matter how disciplined you are, no matter how much you can push away from the table, we all have to live in the modern day food environment. You got fast foods on every corner. You try to do better and you don't eat as much fast food, so you go to the grocery store and you go shopping. Well, in the grocery store, pretty much everything that comes in a box, a bag, and a can is loaded with calories, carbohydrates, refined processed sugars, and ingredients. Those are all leading to insulin resistance. The fruits and the vegetables now are being over-processed. They're stripping out the fiber, the vitamins, and the minerals. They have more calories. They taste better. They're sweeter. Those are now driving up insulin resistance. The grains, they now call them enriched grains and pastas. What that means is they took out the fiber, and which when you do that, you probably take out most of the vitamins and minerals. So you have a grain with more carbs, with more starch, that turns into what? Sugar into your bloodstream, which leads to insulin resistance. So we have to live in this modern day food environment. So if the modern day food environment is causing insulin resistance, and they tell you the solution for you to get healthier is you need to eat right, you need to exercise, you need to try keto, intermittent fasting, get weight loss surgery, diet plans. All those are great strategies, but it's going to be very difficult for you to maintain that. That's why I kept yo-yoing. You might try keto for a little while. You do really, really good for a few months, but you can't maintain a keto lifestyle forever, so you end up falling off. You end up putting the weight back on, and then you get frustrated. So then a year or two go by, you try something else different. You do keto, or whatever it may be. You do vegan. And then you get to the point where you just pretty much ready to quit. And that's where I was, right here. Close to 500 pounds, I was ready to quit. Because I tried everything, and I was frustrated. And I was depressed. And my knees was hurting all the time. And I had no energy. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And here I am, 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm scrolling through the TikToker like you're doing right now. And I ran across a friend of mine, haven't seen him in about 8 years. And he's talking about insulin resistance. I didn't know what in the world that was. He's talking about the food environment. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he gets to this tools. And then he told me about the company. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. So I did a little research and I got started on it. And when I got started on it, my first 3 days on the system, my depression was gone. My energy level was off the Richter scale in my second day. Well, I say, y'all, enough respect. And my energy level was off the chain in about 2 days. 3 days in, my depression is gone. My first week, I lost over 7 pounds. The first 30 days, I lost close to 30 pounds in 30 days. And I'm feeling phenomenal. And the thing I love about the system is this, the documentation that's behind it. The company that brought this to the marketplace is called Unicity. But they started all the way back in 1903 as Rexall Drugs. If you're familiar with Rexall Drugs, put a yes in the comment. Rexall Drugs. They used to be just like CVS and Walgreens are today, how they're on the street corners. The only difference is Rexall Drugs offered like a lot of natural remedy to help you to get healthy and stay healthy. Well, in 2001, they expanded as a global company called Unicity, which is doing business today in over 70 countries throughout the world. And here's a simple solution that they came up with, is the Feel Great tools, along with time-based eating. His creator was called the Feel Great system. And I was picking this up and I just dropped it. Let me grab it here real quick. So here are the 2 tools that I use every day. I use a product called Unimonte, and I use my Balance. So let me share with you how I use them. I also combine that with time-based eating. If you're familiar with time-based eating, put a yes in the comment for me. If you're familiar with time-based eating, or some people call it intermittent fasting, it's a great strategy, but it's very difficult to do and maintain without using the tools. Now, some people can. I could not. So with the time-based eating, you basically have a window that you're going to have your caloric intake, your food, anything that has calories in it. You decide. If you've never fasted before, do time-based eating, I would say start with a 12-hour window. So if your last meal is at 8 p.m. in the evening, then your fast start at 8. Then your next meal will be at 8 a.m. So you have a 12-hour window. Now, if you fast before, then you want to get to doing a 16-hour fasting window. I fast 16 hours a day, generally from about 8 p.m. in the evening till 12 noon the next day. So that's my eating window. 16 hours of fasting. You're sleeping 6 to 8 of those hours, so you don't even notice that. So when you wake up, you're going to drink your Unimonte. This makes fasting absolutely easy, and here's why. This allows you to feel great all day. This is going to suppress your appetite and your cravings for food because it accelerates your body's capability of burning fat for energy, which is very, very key. Burning that fat for energy. That's what we want your body to do. Because like on my body, I had enough fat that, man, I can burn fat off of my body for like 2 years and I would have been perfectly fine. I just had to find a way to tap into it. And that's what the Unimonte does. It allows you to feel great all day. There's no crash. There's no addictiveness to it. Doesn't give you the jittery, doesn't hype you up. It's clean, sustainable energy. If you're exercising, it's going to increase your body's capability when it comes to strength and endurance as if you're exercising. So this is what I have in my fasting window. Generally, when I wake up 8, 9 in the morning, I have my Unimonte and I sip on it for the next 2 or 3 hours. 12 noon, I break my fast generally maybe about 1, 2 o'clock. And when I have my first meal, I go ahead and drink the Balance 5 to 10 minutes before eating my regular food. Now, this is what Balance does for you. It's going to keep you satisfied with the meal that you choose to eat. It's going to slow the digestion of the carbs into your system. So it takes that ingredient rich rice where they stripped out all the fiber, the vitamins, and the minerals, and it puts back into, so instead of you're eating the rice from 2023, now your body is eating the rice from like 1950. Well, because you think about it, people that grew up in a culture of eating rice all the time, they were never fat and overweight. But now they're telling you, don't eat rice, you're going to get fat and overweight. That's because the fiber, the vitamins, and the minerals have been stripped out of that rice, and you're just eating pretty much pure starch. So when you drink the balance 5 to 10 minutes before eating your food, your carbohydrates now get masked with what they were missing. So now that operates in your body like how it did 70 years ago. So that's why it slows that digestion process. You get fuller with your meal quicker. You're satisfied with your meals. And there are 4 patented blends that are inside of the balance. The first patented blend, there is a fiber matrix. So you're going to introduce 8 different strands of fiber that are going to help to balance out your gut health. And that is very, very key to long-term healthy living. And that's the thing is, yes, we want to get the weight off, but we want to control the blood work, and we want you to experience long-term healthy living, which is key. And you're not going to get this out of your food. It's just not there anymore. And the manufacturers are producing more and more food with less and less fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Also, you have a cardio matrix, which is great for your heart health. So that's why this helps people with cholesterol issues and heart issues. Also, you have your vitamin complex, so it's a multivitamin, all in one simple packet. Now, the thing I love about this system, it has documentation behind it. Because documentation beats conversation all day long. A lot of people are having a lot of conversation on social media, but they have no documentation to back it up. And what I learned from the legal world is, if you don't have any documentation, it doesn't matter what you say. Where's the documentation? So the company has dedicated in-house scientists and facilities. They have partnership with third-party companies like NSF International, Collegiate List, Trusted by Sports. They're the PDR. These are all third-party companies that has validated that this product works, and these are the results that people are receiving by using these tools every single day. The PDR is a reference that medical doctors use, and to be in that reference, you have to have clinical studies and documentation of what your product does in a human's body, not in a rat or not in a lab. And in that PDR, their medical doctors use it. They look up prescription drugs, see what all they're good for, and they see what all the side effects are. Well, in that reference is a very small segment of natural products. And Unicity is the only company that has 18 natural products in there, and these are 2 of them. And it has a clinical study that shows the results that this has in people's body when it comes to cholesterol, when it comes to their A1C, when it comes to their blood pressure, when it comes to extra unwanted fat on their body. It's documented in the physician desk reference. The products are also patented, and the company controls the process from the tree all the way to you, which gives you basically 3 guarantees that I believe you're not going to find anywhere else. That's why I feel so confident sharing my story with you all here on TikTok. The first is you're going to get a 90-day happiness guarantee, meaning you can try the system absolutely risk-free for 90 days. And if you don't see changes in your blood work, in your A1C, in your cholesterol, in your blood pressure level, you get your money back. No questions asked. Number 2, you're going to get the best price guarantee. So there's a link in my profile. You can click right there on my profile name. It'll take you to a link, and you can order that. That's going to give you the absolute lowest price on the system itself at that link. Also, I'll go ahead and pull up here a link above my head where you can go to. Let me change this up here. Directly from the manufacturer. So that's the link above my head, feelgreattools.com. That's going to be the best price guarantee. Been on the system 1 week, and my A1C went from 10.6 to 6.4. That is absolutely incredible. And that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, about the system. The documented results that people are receiving. My fasting sugar went from 300 to now 140s after eating. You know, ladies and gentlemen, that's the thing. This is based on blood work results, not hype. So the third thing you're going to receive is 100% quality assurance guarantee, because every batch of the product goes through a triple testing process before it leaves the facility. So let me share with you, for the folks that's just joining on now, where I started from. So this was me when I was close to 500 pounds. My knees was hurting all the time. I had little to no energy at all. And that's me now. 95% of my knee pains are gone. My energy level is off the Richter scale. My depression was gone within just 3 days of being on the system. And I feel absolutely incredible. This is Pahola. She went from a size 12 to a size 6 in about 7 weeks. Mother of 3, after having her third child, she just couldn't get the weight off anymore. Started following the system. She's now down 100 pounds. And I can go on and on. I have some people tell you their stories in their own words.
I was struggling with acne. I had gained a little bit of weight from COVID, and I was overall just really fatigued and tired all the time. I felt low energy and just super demotivated. So when I discovered the product, it was actually my mom who told me about the product. She used it for a couple months. I was skeptical, but then I was like, oh my God, she's getting results. She's a changed person. Her attitude, her overall mindset, her body was changing so quickly. I was like, this is something I need to get on. So basically, I used the 2 products. I was the most critical person you could imagine. I was like, Mom, there's probably laxatives in there. You're pooping and it's just going to make you sick. But when I looked into the product, it gave me amazing results. It cleared my acne. I lost 20 pounds in 3 months. And overall, I feel so much better. My motivation is so much higher. I feel like a new person.
August 2021, metformin was the last time Alessandra filled her prescription. How many years you been on metformin?
13 years.
For what?
PCOS, type 2 diabetes, and everything that comes with it.
And how long have you been off metformin now?
Over a year now.
You guys saw that August 2021 was her last prescription. And with PCOS comes all that pigmentation, and look what's happened, it's gone. Also with PCOS comes low energy levels and cravings, right?
Doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you can't do anything.
And what's happened?
I got it all back, and I'm feeling like I can take on the world.
Off his medication. These meds. Pantol. This is for acid reflux. These 2 for my blood pressure. This for anxiety. These Trinalex, depression. Contrave, weight loss. Cholesterol pills. Any of these are garbage now. Doctors don't come up with a solution. They just keep writing the prescription and giving us those pills. If you have fat around your stomach, if your face is swollen, you have discoloration around your neck, you got skin tags starting, chances are you can be resistant to insulin. These 2 simple tools have helped me with everything. They've changed my life. I wake up.
Yeah, so that's how simple the system is. And that's how we've been transforming people's health all over the world. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them at this time. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, ladies and gentlemen. Practice time-based eating. I fast for 16 hours. In my fasting window, I drink my Unimonte, which makes fasting absolutely easy. In my 8-hour eating window, I eat 2 good meals. And 5 to 10 minutes before eating my meals, I drink my balance. That's it. Simple. Use the system for 90 days. These are the results you're going to see. You're going to feel better. You're going to be able to control your weight, your glucose level, diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol, PCOS, fatty liver. My doctors can't believe it. They wanted to put me on all kind of meds, and now I'm great. My question is, do you think once I really feeling better, can I come off the system or stay? So for me, I can only speak of for myself. It's cheaper for me to stay on the system. And I give an example of what I mean by that. So the system runs me basically $5 per day. Okay? And they're food-based products. So it's not like you're taking something artificial, like eating 2 great organic salads a day. So prior to that, for energy, I did energy drinks. So that was like 2 energy drinks a day. That was like $8. I would do snacks, a lot of snacking in between, peanuts and almonds, and that's like another $5 or $10. Sometimes potato chips or M&Ms, some not of the best healthy choices. And I had a vitamin pack that I was taking that I spent like about, I want to say it was $110 for this vitamin pack that had vitamins and minerals in there that I don't need anymore. And I was taking a fiber supplement. So right now I'm saving about $300 a month between my fiber supplement, my vitamins and mineral pack, my energy drinks, my snacks, and things like that. And I replaced it with these 2. So I'm saving. So I'm spending $150 for this, so I'm saving $150 every month by being on the system. So for me, I'm staying on it. It's cheaper for me, it's more convenient, and it's easier for me to do. Yeah, I was used to drinking a lot of energy drinks. Yeah. Loads of sugars in those. Yeah, I was drinking easily 2 cans of energy drinks a day. If I was busy and had a lot of work and I was driving, it might have been 3, sometimes 4. And I know they weren't the best thing for them, but I had to stay up. I needed energy to finish my work, to do the things I needed to. So now, man, I'm sitting here thinking April of last year was the last time I had energy drinks. I used to, well, I guess I don't want to say any names, but I would leave the gym, I'll get an energy drink. Between 2 and 4 o'clock, I'll get another energy drink. And in the evenings, on my way home, if I needed something, I'll get another. So some days I'll have like 3 energy drinks. And by using the system, it's easier to make the choices. Yeah, to get a salad than a hamburger. Yeah, because you don't go in to the restaurant like, oh man, I'm so hungry, I'm starving, I gotta eat. You don't feel famished. You don't feel like you're starving, because when you feel like you're starving, you make bad food choices. When you go into a restaurant now, you're not starving, so you're like, hey, let me get the salad, let me get this, and it's a lot better. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any other questions, you can text them to this number here above my head, or there's an email that you can go to at feelgreattools.com, click on the contact me page. There's an email form. You can drop your questions in there, because I'm on a mission. Yes, I want to lose 220 pounds. I've got about 130 more pounds to go myself, 135 more pounds to go myself to get to my ultimate goal. But what I found is it's a lot more simple to be consistent on your journey when you're helping other people. So that's why I started here on TikTok, to help other people to transform their health. So come along, join the mission with me. If you're ready to, get some of that weight off, you're ready to control your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your blood sugar level, you can text me at this number, or you can get the Feel Great system at feelgreattools.com. Get started on it and get plugged into our community. I don't want to just get you on a system. I want to get you results. If those results is your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your A1C, just like this person here, A1C went from, let me scroll back up, make sure I say the numbers right. A1C in 1 week went from a 10.6 to a 6.4. So in other words, full-blown type 2 diabetic to now pre-diabetic in a week. And I'm pretty safe to say by the end of 90 days, you will be in full-blown, no longer diabetic range. Plus, you hold yourself to it. Yeah, since you're helping other people. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. Take care. God bless. And I truly look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world. Peace out.